A bold driver, but also a bold scammer. Today we're talking about Kelly Monhla, who basically sold an EA to a client and then decided, you know what, the best thing I can do is just, it's like booking a trip with Bolt, and then the driver takes your money, but then he never shows up. So I think maybe that's where he learned most of the stuff from, right? So without any further ado, let's get straight into it. Now, according to Kelly Monhla's Instagram bio, it says he's a failed trader, failed musician, and a failed YouTuber as well. And I would assume that's why I decided to be a bold driver. Now, there's nothing wrong with being a bold driver, but the thing is, when you scam people by selling them things that's non-existent, then it becomes a little bit of a problem, right? Because I wouldn't think in my wildest dreams how people can be a trader and a musician and a YouTuber and still decide to be a bold driver. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with being a bold driver, but let's get straight into the information, right? But before we continue, guys, I want to thank today's sponsor, that is fxgt.com, who's a fully licensed and regulated broker by the FSCA, who has recently launched a 1 to 5,000 leverage. It's called the Optimus, right? It's called the Optimus account, which offers you a 1 to 5,000 leverage. And before you get to the 1 to 5,000 leverage, they do give you a 1 to 2,000 leverage. And after trading 5 lots in 7 days, then you'll gain full access to the 1 to 5,000 leverage. If 1 to 5,000 is too high for you, they also have a 1 to 1,000 on their standard and mini accounts that comes with a 50% welcome bonus, 25% unlimited loyalty bonus, and a 10% crypto booster as well. I will leave all the information in the description box below. Check out fxgt.com. Now let's get straight back into Kelly Monhla. So the client reached out to him to say that I want to purchase your robot that doesn't work, and without even saying hi, how are you, he just says there's my information and my banking details, purchase it for 1,000 rand. So the client says, I want to understand something. What happens to the robot? Start losing profits. He says it closes immediately when it's in a small loss. It doesn't blow your account. So it does. So the client asks, so does it set automatically in SL and TP? He says yes. Now he also promised that this robot has got a 98% success rate. Now I don't know what the obsession is with these guys and the high success rates in terms of the things that they are selling, whether it's their signals or their mentorship. We will never know, I guess. The client says, okay, cool, so how do I install it after the payment? He says simply you go to your files and you install it on the PC chart. So it also works on the iOS, the iPhone. He says yes. He says no, it doesn't support iOS. So the client asked, what does it support? He says Android and on the PC. He says, okay, cool. So I want to make the payment now, but on IG, Kelly said I should video call first before making any payment. He agrees to have a video call with the client. The video call was completed, and then the client says, is this the account I should use payment? Client says, yeah. He says yes, immediate payment. And that's another obsession with people and the immediate payments. They don't want to wait too long for that money, because I think they obviously need that money to be paid into the account immediately, right? Any case, the client says, I just made the payment. This is for the robot. Kelly says, I'll check it out. Like, he just received a request for a bold drive. And then, the client asked, did you get it? He asked the client, boy, did you get it? He then sends he sends the EA to the client and the signals, and then the client asks, where's the signals? He says, I'm going to add you to the group now. He asks the client, do you have Telegram? Okay, cool. And how do I install it? Yeah, transfer files to your PC and open it on the charts. The client, he says, yeah, okay, all right. And then the client gave him his number to add him to the Telegram group, right? He says, how long do withdrawals take with RCG? The robot needs a password, question mark, 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 20 voice calls trying to get hold of him. And then he decided to just disappear with the client's money, like you just ordered some food on a bold trip and the client decided to get hungry. Now, this type of scam is nothing new, right? We've seen this with Bandile. We've seen this with a lot of other people out there, right? Now, there's a difference between purchasing an EA that works and allows you to actually trade with it, that doesn't produce the results that you might have been promised. Then you buy an EA that doesn't work. Then you also potentially get something as if, like for instance, let's assume you maybe buy the EA and you don't get the EA at all. Now, these are the type of scams that you normally get with EAs, and the biggest takeaway from this is not the fact that this is about the EA, but this is more about purchasing something that you have never received or you have received it but you cannot use it. It doesn't work. You cannot even apply it on anything to see whether the results would be feasible or not. Now this guy is nothing short of, what it is that we are talking about when it comes to this, this world of scamming. And I guess that explains why he's got a 3.9 rating on his bold scoring there as well. But I would suggest, guys, I know I've said this many times before, but the best thing you can do is to just stay away from EAs, because these things, they do not work at all. So for now, stay away, stay away, stay away, stay